Hello, so today we are going to learn about the current event portfolio. Before I open up this current event portfolio, I'm going to actually open up the current event form. Notice that it's in Module 16 folder. It's also in the About This Course folder. So you can find it in a couple different places. But here's the form. Either one of these will work. This is a document. This is a PDF. So I am going to click on the document, the PDF, and here are the instructions. Now, you won't be able to, actually, you might be able to type right in here. What most students do is they copy and paste this into a document that they can type in. So, they copy this whole thing. But let's go over the instructions. First of all, you have to find an article that's at least 300 words. If it's too short, you won't be able to get enough information out of it. So make sure you're finding a worthy enough newspaper or news magazine article. And you cannot do sport articles. The articles chosen must have to do with whichever class you're in. Now, this class happens to be U.S. history, so we're talking about U.S. history. If I use this video for my government class, then it would have to be to do about government. The good thing about U.S. history is if you pick a government topic, you pretty much will have a U.S. history topic. So for example, if you're picking something that has to do with science, it's not gonna count. So make sure you're picking a topic that has to do with what's happening in the world, in the United States today. That could also be a government ones, what's happening in government today. And make sure you carefully read the article. And then you need to put the title of your article on your newly copied and pasted form. You need to put where you got it from. And this is where I'm going to talk about the date. Now, the date of the article must be within 2 weeks of you doing this part, whichever one you're doing. So if you're doing current event 1, it will be within 2 weeks of the start of school. And then the page number it came on. But let me go back to the date. It has to be a current article. It can't be something and it has to be something that's happening today or in that 2-week period. So if you find an article on history.com, it's not going to count because it's most likely on a topic of something that happened in the 1800s or 1700s or 1600s or something. So please don't pick an article that's about something that happened years and years and years ago. Make sure it's something that is happening today. It has to be current. That means it's happening now. Okay. Then you need to write a summary. Now, some people do very well with this and other people write not enough. And in the rubric, you will see that there's a portion that you didn't include enough details. So make sure you include enough details. Then you have to answer all of these 3 questions. So you'll put A, and then you'll express your opinion about the article. This is not about how well the author wrote it. This is on the information of the article, not just that it's well written or not. And I added that because that's what students have done in the past. So don't write about how well the author wrote it, but the information on the article. What's your opinion about the information in the article? What did you learn from the article? So is there anything that you learned, anything that you would choose? If you didn't learn anything, make sure you choose a different article. So you really should probably read this question first. What did you learn from the article? If you did not learn anything from the article, choose a different article. Okay? And how can the information affect your life? Or if any of the information does not affect your life, whose life would it affect and in what way? Okay, so how can the information affect your life and in what way? Okay, then if you were a reporter, okay, what 3 questions would you ask? How, like you were interviewing somebody about this article, what 3 questions would you ask? Okay, so once you get that done, within the next 3 weeks, you'll do another one, and within the next 3 weeks, you'll do another one, and by module 15, you'll have all 5 done for the portfolio, and every 3 weeks, you need to show it to your EF. Okay, so now we're going to go, whoops, this is the wrong one, wrong class. Let's try this again. My computer is wanting to mess up. So I'm going to stop this here, and my computer was acting up, and it all of a sudden deleted my course. So I had to get back into it. Anyway, now we're going to look at the rubric. Okay, so it's a little bit different in that each item is worth 20 points. Okay, if you have all the requirements for the articles, for each article, you'll get 20 points. Now, if you don't submit the article or the direct link, that was one of the questions at the top that I forgot to go over. So you have to put the direct link to your article or attach the article. And if you don't have that, then the most you can get is a 75%. Okay, then the question 5 of what did you learn, and those questions, there are 3 questions that you had to answer, A, B, and C. That is the knowledge gained. The question section is if you wrote good questions, that is up to 20 points. Your summaries, if they were written well, you'll get 20 points, and then your grammatical errors. So make sure you're going back and reading your work and not making a ton of distracting errors. Now we're going to go back to this and turn it in here. So once you have all 5 done, you hopefully will be able to copy and paste them into a document. In fact, at the beginning of the semester, I would just copy that form 5 times, put it into a new document called Current Event Portfolio, and that way you will have, you'll be able to fill them all in right there. So you collect all 5, and I prefer it to all be then in one file. And if you can't collect in one file, you could put the current event, the article, the current event, the article, current event, article, that way. And that's it. You should have this done by week 15, so feel free to turn it in. And that is it.